allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not day off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary ayé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Mayegun máa wí.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me. Please, after reading the caption of this broadcast, I always advise the viewers. So please read the description as well. Sometimes the detail is in the description, as well as other stuff that will be discussed. Like the broadcast, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, tell them to join us, because Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. And thanks to every one of you that always did that before you were told. Thank you. Tonight should be interesting, as always. So having shared the broadcast, like the broadcast, you can sit back now, relax, and enjoy the presentation. We are starting from Oyo State. So to that person who sent me a message and said that the newly selected Alaafin of Oyo, I'm talking about Prince, which is now Oba, Prince Abimbola Akeem Owoade, that we saw his clip just a few days ago. Somebody said that, no, he's not in Nigeria, he's still in Canada. I'm like, really? Okay, I'll take your word. Now, that means you lied, not informed. He's been in Nigeria now for more than 5 days. And in fact, even though Soloma Kende Ibadan has now given him the certificates as well as the staff of office, what is now left is for the supposed kingmakers, the Oyomesis, to go and perform the rituals or the whatever other rite that is needed to be done, and then they will choose a date for his coronation. So we are starting from that today, because early this morning, Soloma Kende Ibadan hosted him and his own entourage and some of the Oyo chiefs in Ibadan, where the new Alaafin of Oyo, Abimbola Akeem Owoade, received the staff of office as well as the certificate of authority, is called. It's a long watch, so we need to get to it. So immediately after receiving the staff, his convoy left Ibadan, Agege, straight to Oyo. And yeah, it was received by multitudes who now see their new Alaafin. But let's go into the preparation before he met with Soloma Kende Ibadan early this morning. So yeah, they had a series of prayers for the Alaafin elect at the government house in Ibadan early this morning. After that, Seyi Makinde, let me call him his name now, Seyi Makinde addressed the room, including sending some jibes, like sending some jibes the way of those he claimed collected a bribe from another candidate before they nominated him as the Alaafin elect, which he rejected, having found out that they received bribes. So before choosing this Canada-based, Alaafin, somebody said Yoruba should be very careful of Canada products. I mean, now people with the diaspora now, they become king somehow, especially if you have friends in government, anything can happen, right? So from what we heard, they said that Oracle chooses, from what I heard though, they said it was the Oracle that chose this guy, Akeem Owoade, but the kingmakers rejected him after collecting bribe from Agege. That's what I heard though. And because of that, those who collected bribe and the person who gave them bribe are now the guests of the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Nigeria, as we speak. So Seyi Makinde addressed the room. It's also a long watch, okay? Please sit back and then you be the judge.
First, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Bitan of that day. This is it's not a day for long speeches because the coronation proper. Actually, Oyo to the Ayagbo Orugamo. So on that day, I will talk. The Alaafin stool is very important, not just to Oyo town or Oyo state, but the entire Yoruba race. So, under my watch, I made it very clear that that stool is not for sale. It is not a stool for us to toy with. I met Prince for the first time in my life yesterday. I've never spoken to him in my entire life until yesterday. I did not know his profile or the profile of any of the people or any of the princes that were vying for that stool, because it was deliberate. I did not want to have my own opinion or try to push in a direction where about ìgbà fóònù bàbá ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé kò ṣe pé kábíyèsí wà níjókòó. Yeah, I didn't want my own opinion or to be in any way, be influenced. Let me say this clearly. When we came into government in 2019, we had challenges with the traditional institution in Ibadan land. It has been resolved to everybody's satisfaction. When it was time for us to approve the selection of Okere, some people came to me and said, this is our friend. The current Okere is APC. I said, it doesn't mean anything to me, whether you're PDP or APC or here in this chamber. I see people, those are people that have been before me. My own picture will also go there very soon. There's some action group, some UPN, some MPN. So what is PDP, APC? PDP, APC, who knows how long they'll be around? So why should the decision be based on a political consideration? So I approved the selection of Shaki Kingmakers. And I always say to people, when we're playing, don't kill yourself over politicians because we see ourselves in the dark. We'll go to each other's houses. So people who came and said, maybe it was political consideration. No. Politics, electioneering is a game. We all play just like the Ayo. It's only when you've been elected that governance is a serious business. Because you take decisions that will affect millions of people. You take decisions that may be life or death for some people. So we will not play politics with governance. The school became vacant in 2022. We were moving towards election, and people said, no, you have to approve the appointment of Alaafin, otherwise Oyo people will not vote for you. I said, okay, let Oyo people not vote for me. I will do what is right. But Oyo voted for me massively. And Oyo will still continue to vote for me. So let me once again congratulate. Let me also say this briefly. Those that are still hell-bent on destabilizing our traditional institution in Oyo, the government is not letting down. We will prosecute them. The money they collected, they will still be prosecuted. Well, except they go to KBC and the need to. If he forgives them, I will also forgive them. So
because of our time. So a quick one. Igbo first, let me address your concern. Okay. The stool of Oba in Yoruba land, there's something called the rights of making somebody an Oba, even though it's sort of modernized these days that we don't really have a clue what these guys are doing anymore, right? But in Yoruba land, it is the traditionalists that will do all the traditional rites that will make somebody a king. When you become a king in Yoruba land, 3 religions are recognized: the traditional religion, the Islamic religion, as well as the Christian religion. And when you become a king, usually in Yoruba land, a king doesn't have any religion per se, other than to be the custodian of the traditional cultural and what have you of Yoruba people. In that same constituency of his, a king is welcomed into a church. A king is welcomed into a mosque. And in Yoruba land, right, we usually actually offer 3 prayers. Yeah. From the Christians, from the Muslim, as well as the traditionalist. It doesn't rub us off of who we are. It's unfortunate that some of that has been sort of like, you know, bastardized these days. All right. But for the Muslims, the Christians, as well as the traditionalists, offering prayer to a selected king in government house is not out of place, and it's not out of order. So this is for just some of you probably will have questions around that. But when it comes to the right of becoming a king, which is called the Ikwebi, there's a place the guy is, I mean, I don't know how they do it in Oyo, but from my own side of Yoruba land, a king, a selected king, who have to stay in a secluded or seclusion for like 3 months, 90 days. And that 90 days is a place where it's only the traditionalist that will be in charge, preparing him, prepping him, and doing all the rites that will make him a king. And I don't think it's different from what they do in Oyo as well. What you just witnessed is an event at the government house, all right, where religionists were invited to pray for him. That is not cultural. That's not tradition. It's just their own, whatever they are doing in the government house. And after that, he left for the place where they will make him king. But because we all know it is the government that actually really empowers kings in Yoruba land and, in Nigeria generally, before they put them on that, under the local government. So don't get it twisted, all right? So I have no problem with that. And as somebody who grew up in Ijebu myself, I do understand that the three religions coexist together in Yoruba land with no wahala, until those who are pushing their agenda, this religious agenda, which they can't really win if you understand Yoruba land very well. Just to clear you on that, okay? So after that, Atotonu and all the Serene, right? It was time to give him the staff of office as well as his certificates, as they normally do now. Again, right? The normal procedure, if not because majority of this whole thing has been like politicized now. Normally, that governor, right? Number one, they don't present staff of office to kings in governor's office. Let me tell you, when we were growing up, you know what the way they usually do it? When the kingmakers chooses a king, right? They will now send him to this secluded place where he's going to be for 3 months. He won't meet anybody, he won't really meet anybody in public. Nobody will really see him in public, except some selected people that will be going into the groove. They will build a groove for him. In that groove, right? That is where they will carry out all the sacrifices, all the rites. They call it rites to become a king. In fact, it is believed that that's a place where they will have to feed him with the heart of the late king. Because when the king dies, okay, they have to remove his heart, keep it somewhere. And then when a new one is selected, right? So it will be fed with that, and they will be asking him, what are you eating? It was, instead of saying I'm eating an heart, rather I will say I am what do you call it? Monjeoba. That means I am being crowned as a king, something like that, right? So when the whole rite is done and they are satisfied that he has carried out all of the necessary rites to be a king, they will then on the 3rd month, at the end of that whole preparation, right? They will now announce to the whole community and tell them that the king will leave the groove on so day. That is when the coronation ceremony will begin. And that is when the supposed government representatives or even the governor himself will now travel down to that town. For example, he will now travel down to Oyo, where the king will come from his groove, and the governor, in this instance, will now come with the staff of office, the Opashe. Do you get that now? So it is in the public glare that the governor will present the staff of office to the new king, who has satisfied all of the traditional rites to be a king. But it seems all of that has changed now. I mean, all of that have changed now, you say. So we all know the politics behind, you know what I mean? We all know the policy, the politics behind all of this. And indeed, to some of us, I don't think it's really looking right. But maybe this is now the new trend. This is now the way the politicians want it done. So I don't know if the guy will even pretty much go to the group anymore, because they start to make him king as a civil servant. Because in Nigeria right now, kings are more or less like civil servants, so to say, you know. So I don't know if he's now going to now go to the group, or maybe they've already, I mean, I don't think they've done that already. I'm a lawyer now. Those of you who know better, who know better than me, please, because that's how I think it is done. Before you give somebody the type of office, the certificate and all of that, he must have passed through all the traditional rites. He must have been in that groove for months, 3 months, minimum of 3 months. There are places where he has to be in that group for 6 months, right? He won't have any, what do you call it, conjugal relationship with women or whatever. No. It will just be like secluded, where they will be, you know, teaching him the history. At the same time, they will be performing different rites. But now he's king already. He's Alaafin. I don't know if now, if in their way, when it gets to Oyo, because he's already in Oyo now, maybe that is when he's now going to go to the Ikwebi, the groove, where they are going to perform all the rites that makes him the normal, proper king, or they won't even do anything at all. You know? I don't know. But this is how it was received when it got to Oyo town this afternoon. Now let's move on. You see, I believe that they probably still have the right to perform because he is still going to have to wear the crown. I don't think they are just going to put the crown on his head because the real staff of office is not the one Seyi Makinde gave him. I want to believe there is actually the real staff of office. If any of you have seen what do you call it, the pictures of the late Alaafin, you can tell that that staff of office, that white stick that they gave to him, is just probably ceremonial. The crown, you know, the addition, as it is called, before they put that on his head, I don't think they are just going to just put down his head without doing those rites. And therefore, I am not expecting his coronation to take place until maybe sometimes in April. In my own opinion, but I may be wrong. And yes, I think I have the right to be wrong as well, okay? Because we learn every day in this regard. And these are the things not only that I lived it, it's actually like we're taught in schools. If you are a Yoruba that went to a Yoruba schools in Yoruba land, and you did Yoruba and all of that stuff, right? You will get to read about the Alaafin of Oyo. You get to read about all of the real Obas in Yoruba land, not the political Obas created by these politicians, by the way, right? So that crown, they can't put it on his head until he actually passed through that normal traditional rites. So I do not expect his coronation ceremony to take place until maybe like April or even May this year. But if anything happens that they say they are doing the coronation of Alaafin in another 1 month, probably we are going to have another Emir of Iwo on our hands very soon, or the honey of Ife on our hands very soon as well. And that, you know, the Alale will never forgive them. I have to say this before we move on, right? Now, we have been having the Rògbòdìyàn in Lagos. So those of you who have been following the developments, right? You know who Mudashiru Obasa is, right? Now, Mudashiru Obasa is that lunatic, that thug that came to prominence in 2015. But prior to that, Obasa was one of the early foot soldiers of Tinubu. In 1999, Obasa became a councillor representing a ward in Agege. After that, in 2003, Obasa became an House of Assembly member in Lagos. And since then, for more than 22 years now, Obasa, or nearly 22 years, Obasa has been, walking in the corridors of power, close to the seats of power in Lagos. He was House of Assembly member from 2003 until 2015. After Adeyemi Kufuriji, Obasa became the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. And in a space of 4 years, Obasa became almost the most corrupt speaker ever to appear in their space in that Lagos. I understand that Lagos is a cesspool of corrupt criminals. It's like, the typical textbook definition of state capture is that Lagos, courtesy of Tinubu, the Jagawere, the Jaga Addicti of Lagos at the time. And these were the foot soldiers that ensured that, the capture of Lagos, as well as Tinubu's hegemony in Lagos, survived. To the point that no matter what you have heard about Tinubu, the State House of Assembly actually played a very big role in legitimizing his corruption, right? To the point that some of the stuff that Tinubu stole from Lagos, right? Even if you have all this evidence, then you realize that they have enacted them as laws in Lagos. So it's like whatever you trace this to Tinubu and his family, you will find it in the laws of Lagos State, courtesy of these rogues and these gangs. And in return, they were well rewarded. But somehow, Obasa ran into a troubled water when he was accused in 2022. He was accused of stealing 43.8 billion naira. How could a speaker steal 43.8, nearly 44 billion naira? How? Of course, it is through the fact that the Lagos, the Lagos finance is always shrouded in secrecy, whereby they never make their book. They never make open their book. Okay, their book is never in the open. You will only be hearing about billions and trillions, but you will never ever have the details of how this money was spent or who got what. Okay, but somehow, how did the EFCC now kind of like singled him out? It was because at the time, Ambode, who was the governor between 2015 and 2019, was said to have released some certain documents concerning the misappropriation of funds in the State House of Assembly, but Ambode didn't come back. They will now pull this stunt to get Obasa arrested. If some of you can remember, Obasa spent more than 5 days in the EFCC custody, if you remember, because of this money. Then by the end of 2022, right, when it was almost like he would be replaced, somehow the whole case disappeared, or it was somehow like, I wouldn't say disappear or buried, like they just sort of put a break on it somehow, right? Then everything went on like business as usual, okay? So the same Obasa, which majority of his own colleagues believes that he is in a very good book of Tinubu, he is untouchable. So what went wrong? Well, there's been so many speculations. There's been so many conspiracy theories around what could have happened, all right? So some said that Obasa was telling people closer to him that he was interested in becoming the governor of Lagos State, right? Especially having played a very big role in frustrating and getting rid of Ambode. So, but somehow they had to bring in Sanwo-Iku, which Sanwo-Iku that he believed as in, he kind of sees Sanwo-Iku as an errand boy. This one, in the scheme of things, who is Sanwo-Olu? Sure you get. So he never had any regard for him. But anyway, Sanwo-Iku became the governor. And they have a body in Lagos. They call it GAC, Governor Advisory Council. These are the guys that they are like the APC Egbe leaders. Some of them are not directly in APC. Some of them are like royal fathers in Lagos as well. Some of them are religious leaders too. Sure you get. They call them GAC, Governors Advisory Council. So if you want to be governor, you will need them on your side. And if you're already a governor that want to last, you also need them on your side, which means when it comes to the parks, garages, sharing this and that, when it comes to the largesse of government, you have to take care of these guys. So some of them became, they said, not some of them, part of them were Obasa's friends, having long-term relationship. And at the same time, Sanwo-Iku has been very nice. You see, where Ambode missed, Sanwo-Iku made sure that he never misses. When Ambode called the bluff of some of these guys, probing all the contracts, some of them collected under the Lagos state government, but they never executed, but they collected money, right? And he told them that if they don't finish those projects, he's never going to award them any other contracts. So it was easier that when they concluded on him that he was gone, he was gone. So bringing Sanwo-Iku in was something that the likes of Obasa kind of felt slighted. That, they paid their price, they paid their dues, they've been very loyal and all of that. How could Asiwaju go bring? Or to some others, they believe that Obasa's connection with Tinubu is very strong, that is untouchable. Now, all of these are just like the behind-the-scene politics. Then somehow, since Sanwo-Iku is now the governor and is going to finish his own term in 2027, now Obasa, who has made so much money for himself, so much money, right, was more or less like now undermining the power of Sanwo-Iku. For example, they said there are some certain bills, approvers, that Sonwo sought with, from the State House of Assembly, that Obasa ensured that they never see the light of the day. It was like, it was compromising him, so to say, because of how Sonwo became governor, became the favorite. So then they started hearing the rumor that Seyi Tinubu is going to succeed Sonwo. How? And the people that will, like the Apapa Jess, the real people that will choose who is going to be governor or not governor, they are those GAC people. Here you get now, so like they are like, and from what they are hearing, it's like they are all teetering towards Seyi. Even though some people, I mean, even Seyi himself and others, they have tried to downplay that rumor of him being the one anointed or being nominated to succeed Sonwo. They are downplaying it. But those within their own circle, they are aware that it is almost a done deal. It's like, when you know those people who are like the people given the power, the influence to determine who is going to be governor in Lagos State. And you started hearing them speak in a tone that you, as one of the initiates, you can understand what they are trying to do. So, to Obasa, they cheated him. This is just like, believe me, right? This is just like the normal, tidbit that comes from within them, within their circle. And most of these things are not far from the truth, by the way, okay? So, Obasa is hearing that some of these guys are tilting towards Seyi. So they're going to cheat him again. In Obasa's kind of word, like, so he's going to serve father and he's also going to serve the son. How is that possible? So last year, when it wasn't even last, was it yeah, last year now, because we are in 2025 now. Last year, from nowhere, Sonwo was there to present the 2024 budget or something like that, right? I mean, so was it 2024 budget or 2025 budget rather? Last year, just a few months ago, now, like a month ago, he was there to present the 2025 budget. And guess what? Obasa just started this unexpected ranting, like rant. You get what I mean? Like it was just going on. He actually delivered the written speech on how and why he himself is qualified to be governor. That whether it is Tinubu, from Tinubu to Fashola to Ambode to Sonwo, they're not better than him. So he is also qualified to be governor. What are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you have to kind of bring such speech to the floor of the State Assembly? That was the day they said this fate was signed and sealed and delivered. There were others who, but that's the first one we're going to listen to this evening. Watch this.
We have to embark on the mission, to the blackmailers who have to embark on the mission to distort and redefine our mission. Let me state it unequivocally here. Our intention is to promote our party on the platform of mandate. Also, becoming governor is secondary. It is something that I have not given a serious consideration. Nevertheless, that does not mean I am too young or lack experience to run, whereas those who have been before me are not better off. In addition, it is also important to correct the impression from naysayers who have been insinuating that I made payment to seek for blood relation in Oyo to validate my candidacy to run as governor. Of course, I have never denied the fact that I am Obasa, but rather I have never claimed to be related to Odikoyi, Oniru, or any popular Lagos family, as the case may be. I can indeed never run from the fact that I am related to my Obasa family in Oyo. but I do not need local validity to contest or run. If eventually I am contesting, I will do so from Agege. Nonetheless, we want to thank Mr. Governor for the good job he's doing constitutionally. By presenting the budget, you can rest assured that this House will also respect this constitutional right to address the budget and get back to you. Distinguished guests, as we hope that 2025 budget will be of great benefit to the people of Lagos State, we, however, appeal to Mr. Governor and Lagosians to give us sufficient time to enable the House to do thorough job on financial document that has great influence on the lives of the people. The Assembly will not delay the passage of the budget, but we will be interested in placing high premium on the need to ensure the interests of Lagosians are protected socio-economically and politically. We are your representatives here at the House of Assembly, and we are duty bound to do justice to every sector of the state's economy. At the same time, I want to thank my colleagues for standing on the side of the people at all times. I appreciate your efforts. I cherish your support, which has always been an inspiration and source of strength for me. I commend your courage and perseverance. We will remain united, focused, and determined until our expectations.
Like, I think a lot of people were just like shocked. Yeah, like, what's he talking about? Like, you are delivering a speech when they are presenting budgets. What is this thing about your relationship or with Oniru, Onikoyi, and whatever? You Obasa, kilo happen go. But prior to that, that's not the first time. Prior to that, there was a time in that same floor, on that same floor of their state assembly, where he was on another tirade like this one.
If they have not done well, we have rights to say no. And we have said no. So we are not going to be threatened. And it is good to advise the man living in the glass house not to throw stones. It is good for us to advise the man living in the glass house not to throw stones. If not, the glass may soon be shattered. So that is my position to what has been going on, to the protest being planned, to the write-up, to the TV series, all that I've had. When they were planning, we have our friends. We also have our friends. Because we are about the party, and we are about to Lagos. And we'll continue to serve our people because we are representing their interests. We have been doing that before now, and we'll continue to do that. The people come first before any other person. It does not matter your degree. It does not matter your home. We are talking about Julius Berger, somebody serving Julius Berger, somebody is international. Who is not international among us? We have people who came from abroad to contest from Lagos State, membership of Lagos State as an assembly. They are still here with us. So as my people will say, we don't want instigation and we don't want conflict. We are working together, the House and the Executive. We are brothers, we are family, and we continue to work together. But we need to caution the fourth column not to instigate crisis. And those who are living in glass house also to be careful. Àwọn èèyàn wa ló sọ pé sún fún mi sún fún ẹ bàbá oní kàlẹ́ndà tọmọ náà bá sún kò kiri ń kọ́. You look at my face, do I look like somebody that can be threatened? Do I look like somebody that is?
So all of these were before today, okay? And somehow he has made so much money that just as recent as November 2024, this same Obasa was accused of stealing 17.5 billion naira. And he claimed that he didn't steal the money. He used the money to build a gate for the State House of Assembly. Like he built a gate with 17.5 billion naira. So somehow, they believe that his cup is now full and it is time for him to be dragged down from his high horse. A lot of people believe that except Obasa, there is no other person right now in Lagos State within their APC, Agege, that has openly started any conversation around being governor. The moment they realized that the first son, Seyi is not even the first son. Seyi has a brother that is older than him. What's that guy's name again? If that one doesn't like public, Seyi is the one that is taken after Tinubu, his father. Sure, you get now, he's the one that is like almost everywhere with him, okay? So his other brother, what is that one's name? I can't remember his name again. Because he's not always in public, right? Those ones are just like behind the scene, you know? So the moment Seyi shown interest of becoming the next governor, those who are in GAC, the other people within the APC, everybody is now Jide. Jide Nisha? Is that Jide Abi? I can't remember. Jide Noni. Is it Jide? Anyway, I'll take Jide. Because that seems the only name that has been suggested, right? So, no, Jide, Deji, Niki, Jide, Deji. No, Koshe Deji Gonsep. It's not Deji. Jide was the one that died. No, Jide is the one that died. Anyway, don't worry. I'll go look for his for that name and I'll tell you when I come back, okay? So, but Seyi wants to be governor. Seyi has been involved in the Lagos politics for a very long time too. Seyi is the one in charge of what do you call it? Advert placement in Lagos State. It was supposed to be a La Sepa or something. Is it called La Sepa? The agency in charge of billboard, advert placement, and the rest of that in Lagos State. Aba, now Seyi the runner. Do you get that now? Like all the billboards, all the posters, all of the advert you see in Lagos State, anywhere you see advert in Lagos State, now Seyi the runner. So when you need the clearance, when you need permit, if you are into outdoor publicity in Lagos State, and you need what are they called again? Like I think they're called La Sepa or something. Yeah, I don't know. Is it La Sepa or La Sera? La Sera or something. I'm sorry, they have different names like that, all these acronyms that. And anyway, so Seyi is like, yeah, you see that Lekki toll gate where you have the what are they called again? She LLC, the company, yeah? The one that is running the Lekki toll gate. It's also a direct company owned by Seyi Tinubu and then Sunday Dare. You know that former minister of sports under Bokwari is now a special advisor to Tinubu right now on communication, Sunday Dare and Seyi Tinubu. They are the one running the Lekki toll gate. Yeah. So similarly, all the outdoor advert and all that in Lagos State, right, is through Seyi. So Seyi has been involved. He's got so much money. He has so much money. My paraffin, like the guy is like a multi-millionaire, and I'm talking about multi-millionaire in dollars, not here you get. So the fact that Seyi is interested in becoming the next governor, majority of the stakeholders, here you get, they have already started aligning behind him. And the usual way they play the politics there is that they will deny. They will make it look like Seyi is not interested. It was similar. It is kind of similar to the time Rites was to become a senator. When Rites finished as Lagos State First Lady, right? So they said Tinubu wanted Rites to become the senator to replace Gani Olawale Solomon, Ghost, if you remember. Now, Ghost was a very powerful, prominent, supposedly prominent member of their political group, but they had to retire Ghost for Remi. But they now said, oh no, Tinubu didn't support Remi, that they had to roll a dice. They said they rolled a dice that if Remi should replace Ghost, and then the dice now picked Remi. That's how Remi became. So it was not like they were like, no, Remi did not want to be senator. Her husband did not push her to be. It was the kingmakers, the political whatever, that made Remi senator. So similarly, that is the same thing they are going to play on this Lagos State what have you. So they will tell you that Seyi is not interested. But it has become so obvious that by now, usually, because see, Sanwo-Olu is about to be done. Usually, you will see, you will see those within their circle, whether commissioners or and the rest of them will be showing interest that they want to be governors. But none of them, they don't bond them well. If you follow me, they don't bond them well. So everybody is being careful. The son of the emperor wants to be a governor. So until they are told, until they tell them that no, he's not going to be governor, that's when you will now begin to see a lot of them begin to justify for the position. But it's obvious Seyi wants to be the next governor after Sanwo-Olu. And anybody, and the likes of, the reason why this guy is kissing the dust is because they said he has now kind of like outgrown his own size. You get, he sees himself as one of the kingmakers in Lagos. That how can they think they can treat him like that? I am one of the stakeholders who will rock the boat and the rest of that. So now that he came out early, they've sacrificed him. So this morning, from nowhere, from nowhere, even though I have just started hearing that he has been disrespecting Sanwo-Olu for a while. They say he has been disrespecting him. The way he talks about him, that one, governor, and Sanwo-Olu didn't raise any eyebrow because now himself they call they call them Egbon. I think Sanwo-Olu is even older than him. I think I heard that he's 54. So, Obasa became House of Assembly member at the age of 30. And if you are 21, that's going to make him 51 or 52 now. Obasa became a councillor in 1999 at the age of 26. Even though those within that same age bracket today in Nigeria, in they are Lagos, they are just probably like the crumb eaters, the ass lickers, the praise singers, the all-risers. But in 1999, Obasa was just 26 years old in 1999. So out there, 25 years plus 26. Is that not 51 years? It's quite younger than Agege. Agege is almost 60 years, by the way. Yeah, Sanwo-Olu is almost 60. Anyway, no show and respect, no send them. So this morning, the House of Assembly members just rose and boom, he was impeached. And according to them, they've had enough of him. That's what they said. Watch this. He got replaced by his own deputy, by the way, a lady from Apapa.
As the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, that I will perform my functions honestly, to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic.
As we are, it's just a change of pattern, and it's only death that is constant. So change is inevitable. The members of the Parliament today has decided to change the leadership of the House. And the Constitution made it clear that the House has the power to regulate its proceedings. So the members of the House felt they've had enough of the Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. And today, we have unanimously agreed that Right Honorable Mojisola Lasbat become the new Speaker of the House. So it was a resolution concurred to by all members of the Parliament. And
so be it. And Honorable Fatai Moji Adebola as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly. And as we speak, all the principal position has been dissolved, and all the standing committee has been dissolved. So the House, as you can see, we have resolved to work together and ensure that we move the Parliament to the next level. We cannot open our eyes and allow this Parliament to dwindle. We hold the constituents a duty, and we hold Lagos State a duty of ensuring that the sanctity of the House and the integrity of this House is restored. And that is why we have all unanimously agreed to carry out this action to save our image and save the state.
So, Honorable Mojisola Lasbat Meranda is now the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. Obasa is now history. And according to some of them, he can go and become the governor of Agege. Not only this, so he is going to get totally destroyed politically, by the way. Yeah, he's not going to be anything anymore. That's how they deal. This is how they kind of like deal with themselves in that their court group called the APC, Lagos State. It has always been just follow the order. You remember that time when they said that we will not vote for Ambode here. Our leaders have ordered, and in our party we have hierarchy. You remember that guy? Obasa is finished. The next one is going to be if they are going to call the FCC or name. I don't know, right? Well, I think he heard the rumor that it was going to be removed today. Okay, the people of Agege that he gave bread to during the COVID, during the Coro, when people were in lockdown, remember? And, you know, the people were going through hell during the lockdown. Obasa was there. Somebody who stole billions for his own constituents. He was sharing bread. Right?
Wait, man, see the bread.
Obasa, see what you give us. See what?
How many houses? Most at home. For building like this, for bread, most at home.
How do I take care? Now go to Papa there. I love this. Wait, man, see the bread.
Obasa, see what you give us. See what?
How many houses? Most at home. For bread, for building like this, for bread, most at home.
How do I take care? Now go to Papa there. I love
this. That's Obasa bread. That was like 4.5 years ago, or 4.5 years ago. You remember now, during COVID, he was sharing bread per house. Like each house, he'll say, this house, give them one bread. That house, give them one bread. The same move for Obasa. I don't know how he got the wind that he was going to be removed today. So he mobilized some thugs, right? Some thugs in their own 40s, old guys, to the State House of Assembly. I think the whole arrangement was already like prepared. The next thing, Baba, they grab them and carry them, drop them inside the Black Maria. The voluntary slaves, the Lagos Sapobakus, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all-risers, the ombud slaves, sophisticated morons. From that mega shitty Agege branch, they started singing on your mandate with okay, young lady, you want it tiny baby man.
Strong
Ṣé ra wà láyé bàjẹ́? Àwọn táyé wọ́n ti pín. Táyé wọ́n ti pín ní tó ti polúkúmuṣu. The people whose lives have been mortgaged. The willing to, the voluntary slaves. They had to sing and say, we are APC. We are APC. Please give us water. We are APC. Your mandate, we shall start. Your mandate, we shall start. Eji gbogbo ọkọ̀ tó sùn lọ, mo fara mọ́, mo ti fara mọ́ APC. Obasa was 26 years old when he became a councillor in Lagos State. Those guys inside that Black Maria, they are in their 40s. They're like people to say, when they say, like they don't use them for rituals. I want how you want to buy 25 years of APC in Lagos State. Want to buy and they are the ones you always see during elections. They will tell you that if you are not voting for APC, we will break your head, we will kill you. That is their life. Unfortunately, I didn't see their faces. It would have made a lot of sense, to see their faces. And those are the Alaye Bajes that will tell you that Tinubu built Lagos. Because majority of them are pure agberos, pickpockets, nuisance, who don't know that their lives have been mortgaged by these chancers, by these criminals. It's an unfortunate thing, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. You just need to visit that contraption. You just need to visit that shithole, man. And you will see that this is the when you look at them like that, you say these are the what do you call it? The achievements of Tinubu and his political gangs. So the same Obasa who said they will make law that will make sure that only the Yorubas, because Lagos belongs to Yorubas, they are going to make laws that no other person, no other tribe must buy. They were targeting the Igbos, so by the way, no other tribe must own property or business in Lagos. We must make law. They want to make law that will now make the indigenous people of Lagos, supposedly the Yorubas, to be the only people who have rights to have properties and businesses. But guess what? All that law is just to be against their fellow Nigerians, so their supposed fellow Nigerians. The law doesn't cover the Lebanese, the Chinese, the Indians, who have already bought half of Peleki Free Trade Zone. Very soon now, they'll kind of put a barrier there. You need a visa or something like a pass before you can visit those places, because they don't want to mix up with the rest of you in Lagos. So if you are Igbo, Hausa, or whatever, especially Igbo, right? This is what the likes of Obasa, their own achievements after 2023 charade, where they politicize politics. Sorry, they tribalize politics. Spread hatred, tribal hatred, ethnic hatred. They went as far as pushing to change the names of streets. They said any street that is not Yoruba name, they must change it. So that against 2027 call, it will just be the Yorubas. Unfortunately for them, the people that rejected them in Lagos are Yorubas. Now is going to go into the political oblivion anyway. That's what's going to happen. And for the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the bad idiots, the zombies, again, they will desert him for daring to challenge their slave master, the druggy Kolu, the druggy Tinubu. The same them that they were praising him, they are going to begin to kind of like attack him. They are going to begin to call him names now. Because how dare you challenge the emperor? Kolu. Here's somebody with a show early. Mind you, they actually started removing his picture, which is the normal thing to do anyway. You're done, Joe. Yes, was somebody who happened to be, they call him political analyst from Lagos.
You must have saw this coming the last 18 months. You must have saw it coming. But in recent times, you should also recall events of the day when the governor presented the 2025 appropriation bill. You know, the leadership of the party were invited, as is the convention, and not only was the governor, was kept waiting for over 4 hours, the leadership of the party and all invited dignitaries to witness the epoch events were also kept waiting for over 5 hours with no apologies, with no excuse. And when Honorable Mudashiru came into the chambers, courtesies too were not extended to anyone. Rather, it was a situation or an event of letting people know that I am the emperor here. And if you remember the story of Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, you will begin to ask yourself exactly what is happening. You begin to raise questions amongst the 39 members that exactly what is happening. You should also remember their mode of dressing, which was nothing short of saying, we want you to know. We call the shot here. And I want you to know, leadership of the party, that I am in charge. And I am the emperor, the gatekeeper of Lagos. So with that, you should have seen it coming. And exactly that is what happened today. I think it was late in coming, but it was never too late.
We understand there was a point that a vote of confidence was imposed on the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, that 30-something or so members actually affirmed that he is their leader. And that was late last year. All of the members except him, today voted him out. We understand that there are orders from the top that since late last year, that when they resume this year, their first agenda is the removal of Obasa. Did you hear that, Mr. Oki?
Well, let me start by saying or responding to that we are in a democracy. And that our style of democracy is also something that a lot of Nigerians are yet to fully understand. A lot of us still look at our politics as if we're still in the First Republic with the Westminster system of government or parliamentary process. We are in a democratic dispensation where we've all agreed and resolved to adopt the American presidential system of government. Having said that, you need to understand that the parliament has a very considerable degree of independence, but, and it's a big but, they all belong to different constituencies with a political firmament. They all have their leaders, both local and at the state level. So when you have issues like this, it becomes necessary for leaders to sit down and speak with their constituency representatives, with the person that is carrying their sovereignty at the legislative arm. And exactly that is what happened. Yes, leaders of the party must necessarily sit down to look at what has become of their party. And very clearly too, the Lagos House of Assembly, it's a House of Assembly that belongs to just one party. So looking at what they do, checking their ways and means, it's a necessary instrument. So if you now have your representative carrying the banner of your party and who has turned himself into an emperor, there must be some checks and balances. And one of the ways to check, such irresponsible attitude is in calling his excellencies to order. How do you do that? You speak with other members of the party that are carrying the banner and tell them or ask questions and allow them to sit back on their own to look at what will be and what is in the best interest of the party that they represent, of the constituencies they represent, and overall.
And yes. Thank you, Mr. Oki. The deed is gone. Obasa is gone. So now, the road to Alausa for Seyi is becoming smoother and smoother. It's probably never really rough, but we shall live to witness it in due time. That's my own take on that. So, of course, Obasa is like a butterfly that sees himself as a bird, thinking he can fly like a bird. But all they have to do is just to use hand fan to snap it. Ha! To remind it that you are not a bird, you are just a butterfly. The system, the corrupt system that made you, is also the same corrupt system that will make you. It's just as simple as that. Right? As they say in political parlance, and that's exactly what just happened. If the okra begins to kind of like become taller than the planter, all you have to do is just get the knife, and cut it down. And that's what happens. So yeah, there is going to be more drama coming up. All right. And the moment you are out of, what do you call it? Out of that influence, you see those people you call your friends, those smiling around you and the rest of them, they will dry out. Yeah, everything will dry up and they will be gone. In another few days, they will be gone. And you will see that it's actually a lonely world. So all the clouds that you probably think you control, they will all switch side immediately if they have not done that already. Yeah, there is no real friends there. It is lonely at the top, they say. All right. It's unfortunate that the Agege people, like other constituencies represented by these miscreants, right? The loyalty of these miscreants is not to these constituencies. No, it's mainly to one man and one emperor only. So if Tinubu is now becoming like a senile and all of that stuff, they need somebody like Seyi to begin to have a foothold so that it can sustain, right, the longevity of his father's reign. There are those who believe that since Tinubu is likely not going to have the Abuja by 2027, and they wouldn't want to lose Lagos as well, so it's better they begin to put Seyi's foot on the ground. I say, okay, more conspiracies, but we shall live to see the whole story unravel. It's a matter of time, right? Anyway, here is a part of the Alaafin of Oyo, the Alaafin select or Alaafin elect. When he was in Oyo State, Oyo town today, right? So at a particular junction, this form of ritual was performed. Just quickly before we go to the next thing. guy is going to be called the Kubabayeye as well. I think that is how they praise the Alaafins. If you become Alaafin, you'll be called the Kubabayeye as well. And it's, you know, it's kind of surreal, right? Because for so many people who grew up knowing some of these old people as royal fathers in Yoruba, like Alaafin as well. So it's going to be somehow looking at a young man as Alaafin, then he's probably going to grow old, to become very old, like our own mates, you know, sort of. Anyway, as the opposition in Nigeria continue to give the false hope to the people who are the victims of Tinubu's failed, you know, policies of failing economy and the rest of that. I am always here to show to you the snippets or, you know, tidbits or so of why you should never believe in any group of people that call themselves opposition, that they want to fight or probably like save you from Tinubu. Do not. Towards the end of the last year, I think it was the 22nd of December, somehow, there was a court order, not court order, court judgment. It was an appeal court from Enugu. Now, an appeal court in Enugu ruled that the then PDP National Secretary, right, should be removed and so person should replace him. And since then, the you know, the guy who won the court case to become the PDP National Secretary took office. And I think I shared that on this platform a while back as well, right? And it's been everywhere telling people that they are working now to bring a PDP together in order for them to challenge Tinubu and others. Now, the backstory is this, okay? Werewike has his own guys in PDP who continue to tell people that Werewike is still a PDP leader, a PDP member, despite the fact that he did everything to further compromise the dying party. The acting chairman of PDP, Damagon, has ensured that he never called for, you know, is it called Congress or convention, for them to actually do an election to elect new party leadership. He has not called for one, okay? They're relying on a court order, okay, that it can continue, I think, for as long as he wants, all right? But his loyalty is to Werewike. The secretary's loyalty is to Werewike. In fact, following Werewike everywhere. Simply put, right? PDP is APC. And as long as a PDP remain divided, Tinubu has no problem. If anybody decided to fly or contest any election under PDP against Tinubu, you're just wasting your time, wasting your life, and wasting your resources. And to keep it down that way is the sole job of Werewike and some of these courts, judges in Nigeria, giving out all these funny court judgments or order. So this guy that went to court and got a court judgment, got an appeal, and it then resumed office. You know, if you feel somehow, you just have to kind of like go to the, after appeal courts, the next place you have to go to is a Supreme Court, isn't it? But somehow, this guy who is loyal to Werewike, right, just got a court order yesterday. Yeah, it's called interlocutory injunction. It simply means that, yes, there is a court judgment in favor of this social party, but I wanted to tell them that they cannot execute that judgment until you, an high court, but you first go to the high court. After high court, you go to appeal court. After appeal court, you go to the Supreme Court. But in the case of these Werewike's guys, they didn't go to Supreme Court. They just went to another court to seek an interlocutory injunction. Injunction, that is stop, stay of execution. You are not allowed to execute that judgment of that appeal court until the case we have brought to this court is determined. Therefore, status quo must be maintained. and boom, the wahala continued.
You are a leader. You are a leader.
So you see how, if you don't understand politics very well, especially if you don't understand their politics in that contraption, here is a chance for you to have an idea how they run things there, okay? The courts is involved in undermining the party independence in that contraption, especially when the ruling party wants to ensure a continued division in the opposition. So the court is there to give different contradictory judgments, injunctions to keep them divided. And once they remain divided, they can never act as opposition. And if they can't act as an opposition, then the ruling party has no opposition. You, the people that believes that if the ruling party is not acting well, then you can easily, support the opposition and get rid of them. You will have no opposition to support. This is their politics. This is what they call politics in that contraption. The selfishness of people, individuals. They don't give a damn about Nigeria. They don't care about Nigeria. It's just about themselves. And they have the courts. And Werewike has the court on his side. He can get judgment from anywhere just to keep all of you confused, divided. And that is the politics. They claim to be like political gurus. So there is kind of like a rumor. It's not rumor. There is an ongoing, supposedly ongoing negotiation between Peter Obi of Labour Party. Labour Party is also divided, though, like courtesy of this same Tinubu. Then Atiku of PDP. PDP is divided. It depends on which PDP. Is it Werewike's PDP or Atifu's PDP? Which PDP Gogon is Peter Obi or Atifu's PDP? And then there is El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, also, who is in APC. At the same time, is also in SDP. Do you know that? So there is also kind of like information out there that El Rufaya is also in talks with opposition. All of them calling themselves opposition. But they are all opposition from divided political parties, divided platform. In fact, they even said that there is a chance. I heard that one, and I think I've said something about that on this platform as well. I heard that one, that there is a plan to float a new political party. To float a new political party before middle of this year, okay? Before the middle of 2025. They will start a new political party. So they will leave Labour Party. They will leave PDP. But the issue is, who is going to be the flag bearer? Atiku or Obi? Or is going to be Kwakwansop Obi? Or is it going to be El Rufaya Obi? So there are so many names they are currently, floating. But the thing is this. Majority of those who are going to also assemble themselves as opposition party or start a new political party, majority of them are also in bed with Tinubu. Because things have gotten to a level, right, where corrupt people, compromised people, right, are being used. The compromise on them is now kind of being pushed to ensure that there will be no tangible, any reasonable opposition that will challenge Tinubu at all. That is why they can't even call out a protest against the system. They can't. I said they should begin to demand for electoral reform, new constitution, but they can't. Because majority of them have compromise on them. And some, I think they are also afraid of being arrested. I don't know. So to those of you who are looking forward to 2027, I don't know the English of that one because I'm just going to probably say nonsense in English because this is the Bible quote. So those of you who are hoping that election will kind of help you out of the stranglehold of Tinubu and his gang. So you raise your eyes to the sky and you kind of ask that where is thy help going to come from? Your destiny is in your hands, not in the hands of these guys parading themselves as opposition, this opposition that they will use you to validate another charade in 2027. And as like this, slowly like this, they will lead you into that slaughter. So if there's anyone to actually change anything right now, it will be you, the victims of this corrupt establishment, that will have to troop out and make your demand known. How? I don't know. Go out there and kind of like occupy the government houses everywhere. Yeah, with a demand that, listen, take a look at Ghana. The Ghana president that got sworn in 5 or 6 days ago. What day is this now? On the 7th. It was sworn in on the 7th of January, right? 6 days ago. In Ghana, they have 30 ministers. They had 30 ministers. They failed Akufo-Addo, the worst president in the history of Ghana. According to Ghanaians, right? He had 30 ministers. The current one has removed 7 of them because they have to cut costs. He imposed killing taxes on Ghanaians, destroyed their economy, destroyed, you know what I mean? This new one, at least, even if he's not going to do well, I mean, somehow, some of his pronouncements and his actions have shown that he's not kind of following the same path like Akufo-Addo did. 30 ministers. He said, no, I don't want 30. There's no money to pay 30 ministers. He cut off 7 of them, he left 23. In Nigeria, before Tinubu, Nigeria had 38 ministers. In the time of Tinubu, guess how many ministers they have right now? Guess, 49. And you were supposed to be cutting cost of governance, Abi? Tinubu has made over 16,000 appointments. 16,000, you heard me right? 16,000 appointments. All of them unproductive elements. Just come and chop, job for the boys, appointments. They are not adding any value, nothing. And when they asked Tinubu, he said, which one do you want me to remove? They are all there. They are all important to me. Yes, they are important to him. And the results, yeah, you see it. Overblown recurrent expenditures in your own budgets, Anyway, good luck to you. And have you seen this video? We do talk about these wastages and these 2 Nigerias, that the Nigerian law is only applicable to those who are from the southern part of Nigeria. There is a different law they are using to those who are from the Sharia North. Then the Sharia North, they started crying that Tinubu said tax reform is going to make them poorer. They are not going to get paid enough money because of Tinubu's tax reform. Because they will not be able to share as they used to share from the VAT money. Then now it's going to be how much the money is going to be shared based on how much you're putting into the jar. Whatever you put into the jar will determine how much you are going to get back. And they know they are not putting anything in the jar. So therefore, they probably get almost nothing back the way they used to. Because in northern Nigeria, in this Sharia North, where they have a drug epidemic, where young people, old people have become drug addicts. They will smoke anything, but they smoke latrine to get high. But they smoke dry shit. Yeah, dry shit. They go dry them. They go come squeeze them. They go lace them, they go smoke them. I'm talking about shit like poo-poo. Or maybe not just any poo. Any poo. Yeah. You see people that they will go and, soak away. You know that soak away has this particular heat that comes from it. And it's also northern Nigeria, right? But they go to soak away, the hole in soak away. You will see them, they will face it. Oro, like that to get high. These are the people that are destroying people's businesses. They said alcohol is haram. And they take joy in doing it. Like they will record it. They will, what do you call it? They will publicize it. They know that alcohol is haram. But when it comes to alcohol VAT, the VAT from alcohol, in other places where people are drinking alcohol, and anyway. And I used to drink. Oh, now, I mean, man, you know, damn. When I was younger, right? Being able to actually really drink and control your drink makes you like, yeah, I'm a strong man. I feel drink like about a 12 bottle of Star. Yeah. Depression time here. But now that I have so much responsibilities, right? Even when I go to the UK, right? I used to kind of like be able to drink, not drink every day, but when I sit down to want to drink, right? I used to drink a Stella beer, Stella Artois. Then I changed and I started feeling like, okay, I think I'm a big boy. I started drinking a Jack Daniels, right? So I always buy Jack Daniel, like even on my birthday, right? Apapa will buy me a gift of Jack Daniels. So I used to kind of like a drink, but not anymore. But to those of you who always drink every weekend, like, party with your guys and all of that stuff, the money from that is being shared to those who hate drinks in northern Nigeria. I don't even understand that. The part of the problem that we are having right now, you see, is that, listen, in Kaduna, the business with highest tax, the business that is paying the highest tax in Kaduna is Nigerian breweries. So I don't understand why Nigerian breweries produces drinks like that, right? Beverages and other stuff like alcohol. So after telecommunication industry, it's now beer industry, now what do you call them? The Nigerian breweries, they are the next that pays most taxes in Nigeria. But when do you see these guys, these hypocrites, these latrine smokers, these drug addicts, they continue to hide behind religion, destroy other people's businesses? Man, no man enrage me. Go hypocrisy. What the heck, man? That's somebody's business. They will tell you it's against our culture. I mean, our religion. It's against our culture. We cannot allow people to be drinking beer. We cannot. And you are destroying their businesses. This is Nigeria, man. This is not. Even in Saudi Arabia, Papa, everybody in gay. Even in Saudi Arabia. They do gay, you go gay, or gay, gay, or not gay, baking pay. People they drink in Saudi, for God's sake, man. That was when I was like, oh, man, if Tinubu go to say tax return, tax reform, yeah. So you get many people where they drink beer, where they drink alcohol. Those souls will be saying that them their liver, their kidney will get problem, right? Let them collected the VAT and use the VAT on them, even though they won't anyway, these criminals anyway, than those who are hypocrites. A bunch of hypocrites that have no problem with alcohol money, but they have a lot of problem with alcohol bottle. They do not have problem with drug addicts and drug dealings, but they have problems with alcohol. Hypocrisy. So Seyi Tinubu do about, even though that one too is probably like shooting yourself in the foot. But when I saw that video, I kind of felt like, man, God damn it, man. How about you tell them that we don't want you to bring this alcohol here, please take them away. But no, they confiscated people's business, destroy it. And they were happy. They were so like, yeah, you know. They were like happy, destroying people's business in that place. When we are not in Afghanistan. It's our culture. We don't want you to bring alcohol, but they can bring drug, codeine. They can bring codeine. They can bring all other A-list drugs. Turn your children to Jackie, and then a junkie. You know? Hypocrisy. It's unfortunate, you know, but we'll leave it at that. Somewhere in Benin, the drivers were out again, okay? And they said, when I say I want to die, everybody did. So they call them illegal taxers. People who are like, you know, APC, Agege, they are now in charge of Edo State, okay? And some of their boys that they were chased away by Obadonkey back then, right? Who have been like out of job for a while. So they are moving mad, taxing people, the drivers, hardworking people, right? Collecting money from them here and there. And they are tired of that. So they staged another protest again yesterday. And I feel sorry for them though.
There's a big love at the bus drivers are protesting. You can see everywhere. There is a big love, no going, no coming. They are protesting that illegal collection of levy from dogs, Agbero, and all of that. And the government have not given such authority for that. There's no going, no coming. We have been here for more than 20 minutes, appealing to their heart so that the road can be taken. The video has been here, and everywhere there's a big law that government should intervene. That the Agbero, they are still beating them up and molesting them whenever they are out. That is the report. This is the facility of money reporting from the local houses in front of ITV Good Housing Estate. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, right? Now, so they go to protest till thy kingdom come. Yeah. Because there's no real job to be created. And the only job that will be available is the extortionist job. So people will have to be, you know, I don't know. So we'll have to keep extorting them. So maybe if they are bold enough to actually face them and fight them, which in itself will become bloody. I mean, yeah. In Benin, there's a gospel artist called Ajayi that killed his girlfriend, and he said it's a mistake. Now, I don't understand this kind of a mistake, okay? If you're having a problem with your girlfriend, right? And something happens that this girlfriend of yours, right? By mistake, let's use the word mistake, okay? By mistake, loses her life. Shouldn't you just call the police? Like call the police and tell them that something has happened. I mean, she's your girlfriend, for God's sake. Why would you go ahead and just cut off her head? And then you are caught where you are trying to. I don't even understand what he was going to do with the head, right? I don't know some of you if you have heard this story, right? That's him. His name is Oluwatimileyin Ajayi. They said he is a gospel artist. So somewhere in Abuja, Arozo, between Nasarawa and Abuja. There's a community called Arozo. That this young man was caught with the head of his girlfriend. So people on social media were like, she is not doing wrongs. She's not going after married men or so. She is a girlfriend of a supposed guest artist. And then she still got killed. Her head chopped or severed. Let me show you what happened.
What is her name? Adaju. Which tribe is she? Adaju. Well, for how long have you been together? Like a year. I don't know when. This woman, she was calling the number was not going. My network, just network. She don't my mind was just telling me that somebody is just on this car. I just stopped a car. That is like I just stopped a car and I stopped when your boy was with the part of the woman being doing it. I offered to give me 100 million. I refused. That was what my mind was. It's as if I'm just dreaming. I swear to Almighty God. It's as if I'm just dreaming that the guy I offered to give me 100 million. I said no. I will not collect the 100 million. This one? No. My mind just goes somewhere. Yes. Yeah. I don't know what the judge is. Sometimes if it's something happen, my person go think about say, yes, actually. That's true. I just say nobody had a dream. I just the bath, they rope him down. I don't get close now. What's my mind? If it's something happen, sometimes we go. They want the day what they do this for motive video. I'm not the same. I brought them. I'm not.
No, when they carry on, join us. See, they are leaving the head behind. No, they won't
I'll remove her. I mean, you don't want to see a severed head, do you? In 2025. So when they asked him, why did you do this? He said it's a mistake. How? You mistake you mistakenly killed her. I said, oh, to a mistake, it cuts her head off me. There's another video of the remains of the lady. I don't want to, you know, it's evening time, okay? I don't want to put you in that state of, I don't want to traumatize you. That's what I'm trying to say. So I will just leave the rest to your imagination. So you can use your imagination of what it is like. And if you are if you have a real presence on social media, you probably should have seen the video as well. You mistakenly killed her, then mistakenly cut off her head. So there are those who believe that is for ritual. He said, no, it's not for ritual. It's a mistake. Mistake. Carrying her head out. So we are in the. So lastly, tonight is the part of Wahabi, Wole of Lagos. That's a bit of a snippet for us in one of their night operation in Lagos, the mega city.
Please.
Wahala everywhere, wahala. At to post in a new year, for new year, go to see peace. I remember one song, right? When I used to go to Four Square, you know, I used to be like a born again. I don't even know that if that is still a thing. Is that still a thing in Nigeria? Like born again, say you are a born again. Man, I'm now using past tense for being a born again. Me brother Seyi. They used to call me brother Seyi. So we'll go to the vigil, you know. It's okay, you know, what's according Yayito, Jesu, Laramu, Yayito, Jesu, Kobami Laramu. So you have to keep singing it so that, you know, everyone can just smile on you and say, man, I don't know. Say, Tiktonuba Pola Poju, Ole Mubon again, Shesho, evangelist to Feshogu, like Iboloti, you know, like. You know, I used to be born again, one true emperor, along, as in no joke, you see, it may sound somehow. That's why I said that if I get to the gate of heaven, for example, and somehow the guy at the gate now say, you, fire, I'm a jar. I'm gonna die everywhere, because if I like Nigeria, but Mutimbo say, and so you are not qualified forever. Say, how do I qualify? I lived in hell all my life. I carry the banner everywhere. You can't enter gate of Vitoti separated. You can't see me can they go early about go like him anybody lori. I will go call about God inside and say about God to be Johnny gate. So because now so it go be. You see continue to try, you see anything to try. That's why I kind of feel like Nigeria is a place where they breed mad people. Or you no say you are mad. That's one thing about that place. Even though once in a while, people will tell, not once in a while, most of the time people will tell you that if you know get shoko, you know if you survive for this place. So we're laughing what we're for a year, we're laughing what we're no gentleman and all of that stuff. So when I was a born again Christian at the time, sometimes I'll look back today, I'll be like, man, although Nigeria got it so long. You know that level where we say we just Nigeria looking Nigeria, you know, when you change the channel, if you change the channel, like I do imagine, I'm sort of you know, an imaginary, you know, I'm full of imagination, by the way, right? So sometimes I feel like when God is busy, you know, looking at everybody all over the world that He created, you look at the America, you see them, you know, chasing themselves with guns and all of that. You look at the people in Australia, kangaroo also chasing human beings, snake chasing, you know what I mean? Like, so just like, I need some refreshment. It will just change the channel to Nigeria, where it's going to see different comical, mad people. Everybody there will just be like, the chaos. And I bet that when God is bored, is when He tuned into Nigeria. Because if you listen to the prayer of poor people, sometimes it could crack you up. Do you understand? But my time is far gone, so I don't want to go into all of that. You shall get what I'm trying to say. Because some of you today, you are watching Mayegun from your position of a privilege. Some of you are watching me from America, watching from Canada. Everybody is watching right all over the place. But if you flash back and flash back, you will realize that there were some of the times that, when you interact with God, like negotiate with God, our God, Heavenly Father, our Father at heaven, our, you know, may God answer all our prayers, okay? Because, I mean, I can only wish us what we wish ourselves, you know? So God shall answer your prayers and answer them at the time, and, you know, in that your own place of need. It's important because we are prayerful people. We are, like, you know, religious people. It's just unfortunate that some of us have been programmed to think that God is a magician. You have to, you know, check him along. Yeah? Say, what pariwo to? You know, pariwo Jésù lẹ́ẹ̀méje. Pariwo Jésù lẹ́ẹ̀méje, wàá gbá ikùn ẹ mú, wàá gbá orí ẹ mú báyìí, wàá pariwo pé, Olúwa o, dá mi lóhùn lásìkò yìí, Olúwa dá mi. You know, they say, Baba, Namati. Man, they do us number. You know that kind of level. Say, gbá ikùn ẹ mú, ó gbá orí rẹ mú. You will hold your head. You will hold your stomach. You will wá pariwo tó, wàá pariwo pé, Olúwa o, ẹ dá mi lóhùn létí yìí. Say, God answer me this year. You know, I say, oh yeah, àdúrà. Orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ Jésù. I say, Ọlọ́run ọba o. God damn it, man. So imagine, you know, bó pariwo tó lọ́lọ́run ṣe máa gbàdúrà ẹ. Everybody, they scream, yeah, they scream. God damn it, man. Well, again, may God kind of meet you in your place of need, okay? May your prayers be answered, even if you don't have to scream, okay? So we all have one or two things that really bothers us. So if you are that religious that you kind of love praying, it doesn't matter what you pray to. So I pray that your prayers shall be answered. All right. So now I don't scream to pray. I just say it and then walk towards it. So, brethren, here is the time we are going to take a calls, okay? So please don't join them in doing any money ritual. There is nothing called money ritual, all right? Don't kill people. Don't kill somebody's daughter. Don't kill somebody's son because you want to buy 2005 Benz. Because I've not seen anyone who did money ritual that is buying the 2025 latest Tesla or buying themselves the latest Cessna aircraft. It is always used cars when they buy. Even if you think that your money ritual is the one that is going to make you rich. Your richness is to buy Tokuboka, used cars. And then, you know, I don't know. So let's be very mindful. This is 2025. Don't kill anybody. Don't cut people's head, okay? There's no money ritual anywhere to make you accuse somebody for that. The only money ritual, even though Nigeria is a place that they have rigged the system against you so badly, right? But still, I really wish you all well, okay? So before taking our course, remember what I said the last time. To those of you who are looking for a legitimate means of making money, now you have to spend money to make money as well, okay? So the Yarosululas Digital, they have this digital business where you are going to be trained. You will be trained on, you know, how to run your own personal business. And you know what is now the advantage? See, if you bring out your phone, for example, if you bring out your phone, okay, and scan this QR code, you need to turn on the camera of your phone. Try it right now. Try it so that you know what I'm talking about. You know, turn on the camera of your phone. Okay, hang on. So you turn on the camera of your phone, like this one. You can see me. You see? Now, if you place the camera of your phone in front of your TV or the device right now, you are going to see a link. I'm going to put the link in the comment section right now. Okay, give me a sec. So now, if you get on there, you can sign up. Okay, sign up. It is going to cost you $149 to sign up. Okay, and here is the thing. If you find it interesting that this is something you can do and you are interested in being trained on this, there is a provision for those who sign up this month in January, right? They will be given between $2,000 and $5,000 towards this, your business. This is not MMM. This is not like they will give you cash. It's just, funding towards your business, because like I said, it is your business, whereby after being trained, then you begin to actually run it yourself in a way. And most of what you are actually going to even buy from there, right? You can use them for yourself, earn some points, get trained about this, okay? But if you feel like this is not for you for some reason, you can also cancel it. This kind of business doesn't really require too much, skills, because they will have to train you themselves, all right? So try this. And when you make them, please don't forget me. I'm also signing up myself this month because I actually want to take that offer, So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I am going to take a short break. I actually have a caller on the line already. If you can stay there, my caller, for another 2 minutes, then you and I will have a chat after that, okay? So I will be back in a minute or two. I need to stretch my leg, drink some tea, and then come back, take calls. Don't go anywhere. You are still with us. For me, damn it, man. I'm beginning to feel like I'm having a small migraine, right? Because I made that kind of noise like, oh, wow. That's a shame. Anyway, here is my first caller this evening, and that's Ahmed. Ahmed,
Salam alaikum, brother Seyi. Jesu awa pẹ̀lú yín o.
Àmín àtẹ̀yin náà, brother Ahmed.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ Olúwa o.
Olúwa kú iṣẹ́, Olúwa máa ṣagbára dọ̀tun.
Àbí o.
Honestly, I actually really enjoyed it back then. It's just that I didn't last, I didn't last. Because some of at the end of the day, we're younger, right? We're younger, and it just started feeling like because vigil take care of that business, right? And then I just said, if I continue coming to this place, I have to stop. You know what I mean?
You got it, Shomo.
Shomo, I mean, only sister in Christ.
Sister in Christ. Hey.
You know that kind of level. You get that kind of level. You say for vigilo. Hey, Sunday. Everybody did here Sunday. They get used to youth vigil and they can all those things. Just like I did the brother to be by to the Lord. I don't feel I know they come here again. I'm allowed to cancel it.
I agree, you're finished.
I tell you, I'm just saying it because sometimes people will be asking, why did you stop? I say, if I continue, I'm just mocking God.
You get that level.
A share there. Already better. So about me a share. If now your feet, if now your eyes, they make you sing. You cut them. If your eyes they make you sing, may you remove us. Then look at them in real. Like my wife. That for you. Yeah, nothing come on my eyes. Another level. Ahmed. Happy New Year. It's been a while. How you doing, Baba?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Baba. We do.
Good one.
Out inside. I did on, but
same old, man.
Me say pack myself, go vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Within the US,
yeah, I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, bless you.
Florida. When you come our place now, you say
they come next month.
Anyway, if you enter,
and you know, if to say not only me, I forget this kind of more, because I'm coming with the family. But when I check,
you will move around more. Don't wahala now. Anywhere we go come with you. That one no be problem.
Once I finalize the whole thing, right, I will make the announcement, and yeah, we can do our meeting.
Once you drop, we go come meet you. Anywhere where you do, we will follow come see you.
I'm very sure of that. Thank you.
You know need to worry. These my people then when we say that they destroy beer, we renew over. We go here say they talk say if you talk say you they destroy beer but you they take codeine. No be say mine there's no codeine is different. Yeah, the bank we remote say all no be high you go high. You decrease all no be high you go follow high. You take codeine, you take beer, all na high. Now same them go take drugs. All these roach, you get one drug where they even use what they call them they call it exo, one white like that. Yellow man
yeah. I've seen cases of young people who have this drug addiction and all that up north, man. And it's actually a pandemic, even among children.
Baba, when them take this thing back, now then you go see all these Sarasuka boys, they carry knife, they feel only Guelobe, because Shaila that they will go see them, they will enter area, just come raid place, don't begin cut people, they destroy things like the moto, all those kind of nonsense.
Just for no reason.
I'm telling you,
hear that some of these Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, some of the children they give the guns to go and wreak all those havoc, they had to give them drugs too. Because all those things they are doing is not something anybody can just do ordinarily.
No be ordinarily now. They give them something.
They destroy bottle of beer. Is that not hypocrisy?
Of course, and hypocrisy. Real hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Well, they are mal and they tell them now. They tell them say Tinubu and Shetima they sleep. Okay, that malam, if the two of us like the more lodi ko ni born until no go get what that olobuku yen. I tell them money ewa if I insult na malam where you come ofole ma se o mi a ma gbe gbogbo yin sepe ni o na mi ekuku mo mi ma gbogbo yin sepe. They tell na me una the insult America. You see wetin they do for internet all around. See wetin they happen for LA right now due to the cause. See wetin America they do the support the killings way that they do for Palestine. When she weary ni gbogbo yin.
About the ones that we just said there.
Say na karma waiting. Say on the mad. Which kind karma be that? They if don't be say freedom where they here with things where they do for here. Like freedom to do anything you can, freedom to become a gay, whatever you want to become. If they give freedoms to a lot of African countries, you go see say waiting there. No be person go cut person head. Now we say gospel singer we go cut person head. So there are some horrible things that are being done in that Nigeria, in that in Africa, where we say if freedom day, it gets some things where they go do. We say go look, say these people are human beings. If you go cut person head, you go make money. Like what kind of nonsense?
You go make you blow waiting. Like if you know to be sing, for example, if you can't keep a sing, you can't sing or what?
Your voice go come clear. So we really because I don't understand what to that level. to go and behead someone just because you want to achieve what? After na them go mosque pass, na them go church pass. They go look you, say you with the another you na Yehuda you be, na Yehudawa you be. You know be true Muslims. Na them be true, na them sabi religion pass. Those people don't know religion. But humanity, na them get humanity pass. Even they don't believe in religion much, but humanity, na them get and pass. Because the kind nonsense they do for Africa, they won't do such a thing. We see kidnaps, but we don't see all this horrible thing, cutting out people's body parts just to go and do what with it exactly. Because of this poverty mentality that someone's part is going to give you money or is going to give you, is going to love you. That's serious. Oh, well, I think I
Thank you
just
so much. Enjoy your break, okay? Send me well to
brother.
to madam and the kids as
All
well.
right, brother. Bye bye.
Nice one, bye.
Oh yeah.
Lafia Kalau. That's Ahmed. Here is another caller, my brother from another mother. How you doing, Baba?
Hello, good evening from Nigeria.
Good evening.
Baba Maigu. Hi. Compliment to.
Same to you, bro. Same to you.
I'm fine. Let me start from the issue of the new Alaafin of Oyo. I'm not seeing that guy.
Akeem Owoade. Go on.
Exactly. I'm not seeing that guy. Offer. I'm just the way I'm seeing the posture and everything.
That is one of the Abrodian Ronukus. Where is
exactly. Just like the Jangbana of Woto and Woto, sorry, tomorrow, So I don't see, and Yoruba have said the pay. So these are the bastard sons of the Yorubas. So that's it. So that guy I've not seen really any IQ. Do you know that charisma that okay, this is a king, he has a charisma for a king to carry the people along, to see the future, to promulgate the culture of the Yorubas. I'm not
also maybe too early to begin to kind of judge, or is it you're already judging the book by the cover already, or what?
I don't see that kind of charisma in him. You know, when Obama came out, he doesn't carry that weight. He doesn't carry that deal. You know, when some people are talking, okay, you will see from what they are saying, you pick 1 or 2 points, and from there you can say, oh, this person, you know what he's doing, you know what he's saying. Because even the way I'm, according to what I heard itself secretly, is about figure is like politicians elect, because Atiku has interest on that throne. Tinubu has interest on that throne because of the mineral resources abound in Oyo State, like diamond, gold, all those other things. So they need people they can put in that they can control, so that they can be able to extract those raw materials and go and sell it in Dubai.
Somebody that will not have to say anything or raise any whim.
Exactly. That's one. So that's one for Oba of Oyo. Then for the guy, for the guy cutting gospel singer, this is not the first time. You know, this is not the first time. Even some of our politicians, do you think some of our politicians don't think they do so many rubbish things before some of them get into power? So this similar is not a new thing.
Belu Adejare, the former speaker in Osun State.
Yes.
That said I was yes. I don't know if you remember that video. It went viral.
I've not seen that video.
Like about 6 or 7 years ago.
Bengadane, because you know the shrine, this Shagamu Hall. I don't know how they call it then. This Shagamu mansion.
Asoludero Court. Similarly, the same thing with
thank you.
What's his name again? Buruji Kashamu as well. I've been to that one's I've been to his shrine as well. You know.
The moment the mother died, 2 years later he died also, because the mother is the backbone of his power now. So all have to give up. So those are the things. Then for Lagos, I'm staying in Lekki here in Lagos. So I know how it is. Lagos is a mega city.
No doubt.
There's nothing about mega about it. Because you are talking about Seyi Tinubu, it has been said long time ago by Pastor Adeboye that the father will become the president, the son will also become the governor of the. So it is that prophecy they are trying to work on.
To actualize.
So Seyi to actualize. Then one of the Tinubu son that died, it was actually the Tinubu that died of heart attack.
Oh, okay.
He died in a is DG. Yes.
So what is that
not
other
guy's
guy's
DG.
name? I was going to look for the
I
name.
can't remember.
But don't worry, I'll get it,
Tinubu's children are kept in secrecy. Tinubu's children are, some of them are kept in secrecy. Only some of them that will come out and we will know them like Yaloja. But the one that really died he died of heart attack. That was the Tinubu. So people were suspecting so many things. That one's by the way. So the LCC, that is Lekki Construction Company, being powered by
SCC,
ITEC.
I call it LSC. I think it's called SCC. I remember.
Lekki Conservation Company.
No, it's not
yes.
GT, it's Yinka. That's the one I'm trying to remember. Yinka. That's his name.
Okay.
I'll put his image on the screen right now. His name is Yinka.
Okay.
Yinka Tinubu. But go on, please. Because that one is older than but it's never really active.
Exactly.
It's not really like involved, per se.
Children's interests are different, so they may not really want this kind of. Some people love their privacy, while some people don't. So now, when this Lekki Construction Company started, I read Punch newspaper. They were making, that was in 2007-8. They were making 15 million naira per day on every car that passed to and fro in that Lekki toll gate. 15 million naira per. That was way back then. So where are all the money going to? The roads bad and so on and so forth. Then for the advertising,
completed though. It was supposed that Lekki Expressway. It was supposed to actually reach Ekpe or so, but they never completed it till now.
Dr. Mayogun, I'm also an Uber driver too.
They have been taking money from the toll gate there for over how many years now? For like over 10 years or so now.
Yes, exactly. I'm also an Uber driver on that road, so I know what I know that kind of road. I know I'm very, very careful when I'm driving because there are so many potholes on that road. If you're not careful, you will slam it, and at the end of the day, your car is gone. So I'm very, very careful when I'm on that road. I know some sections that are good, some that are not good. So I know when to speed and when to reduce my speed to increase my speed. Now for the advert, that is
hundreds of billions of naira for years from that. He never completed the road. And guess what?
Then they now move on to Ikoyi Lekki
The road
Bridge.
itself was constructed by Lagos State government with Lagos taxpayers' money. Then LCC came to mount toll gates there. Lagosians whose money they used to construct the road, right? They've never enjoyed it. It was supposed to be free road, though.
Yes, ma'am.
With your money, oh. But now they brought up.
Then LASEPA, Lagos State Advertising, it is LASA, not LASEPA.
I don't know. I thought
it's LASA
or LASEPA. I kind of had an idea.
LASA, Lagos State Advertising Agency.
LASA.
It's LASA.
I think it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, LASA, not LASEPA.
Yes. So they are very, very expensive, and they will charge you according to how your letters are big, the colors, the shining, and everything. So if your billboard is so big, you'll end up paying just one letter. I think they are charging like, is it not 150 back then? I don't know how much. They've reviewed their prices now. So the bigger your letters are big,
to put up big billboard in Lagos.
Then you have not to talk about the emotions, those screen and you see all over around. So he has enough money to control Lagos. So I already knew that. Even there was one time Bajadu Emele also came out and denied that he's not contesting for governor.
You get? There was a time they thought Baja was going to come and run. But right now,
he came out. I saw the video.
No dare talk about it anymore, except for some of his followers that are still calling on him. But you will never hear his name anywhere as one of those potential people running to want to be governor anymore.
He said he's not interested again, that even the chief of staff to the president is a tedious job, that he has not even finished the job, not talk of. So he has totally backed out of the game. So for Obasa, he has rendered himself politically useless.
You get? He's finished.
He's finished. He's finished.
You know,
Somebody
if
doesn't
he
do up
doesn't,
to
if
this
he's
before
not
they render
careful,
him.
they may even begin the process of recalling him. It is Lagos, it's Tifnumbu. They may not even allow him to
Of
finish in
course now.
2027. They may get him
Of course.
removed
Okay.
before 2027 if they want
I
to really
was
deal with
listening
him.
to you.
Yeah?
I was listening to you said you used 17 billion naira to construct gate or something like that. I
17.5
was
billion.
even laughing. I said,
Uh-huh.
one of my colleagues that we both finished secondary school at the same time is now a councillor in Ijebu Atikori, to be precise.
Right.
He now made campaign promises that once he get elected as councillor, do you know what he commissioned? Burglary proof.
Wow.
I'm telling you, burglary proof. He commissioned it and put it. So Nigeria is a comedy on its own. If you just want to laugh, I don't watch Nigerian news again, except I just want to say, let me see what is going on. I watch CNN, BBC, just to know what is going on around the world. Except if I want to laugh, I just tune into Channels News or Arise News. Okay, let me see what is going on in Nigeria. At the end of the day, you laugh. At the end of the day, money is bezu, snake swallow money, this and that, and so on and so forth. So that is Nigeria. Nigeria is a comedy.
The latest from the jump. That man, they said Professor, what's his name? His name again? Akeem,
this Muslim man.
Like that. I can't remember his full name now.
I can't remember his name.
But don't worry, I will remember anyway. Did you hear the latest? That man, they said before him, JAMB only remitted 30 million naira. This APC propaganda. That after him, now JAMB has been remitting almost 1 billion, 2 billion. You remember that story, right?
Yeah, I remember that story. I want to remember the name. Yeah, something El Fatai, as Fatai or something of I can't remember his Muslim name.
Do you know
he normally put on one round cap.
It was at the National Assembly, today, where he was being kind of like probed. And why was that? They said that the guy used nearly 1 billion naira on fumigation for mosquitoes, like JAMB fumigation. JAMB was fumigating their office with 980 or so million naira.
I don't know this document that I'm trying to keep because now JAMB has now gone online now. JAMB is no longer using paper. Everything is now online. So what are they fumigating the computers?
Mosquito Neo.
I don't
mosquitoes with 980 million.
Oh, mosquito inside the computer system to fumigate. Nigeria is gone.
Professor
One Ghanaian man said the kind of money that comes from. Thank you. Yes, Oloyede. Yes, Oloyede. I wanted to remember. I know it's Oloyede, but I can't remember. I can't remember his full name. I know something Oloyede. Now, one Ghanaian man said all the money that is coming out from Nigeria that to the other countries, that country will have collapsed. It will have been wiped off from the surface of the earth. Which means our politicians, our leaders.
It's unbelievable.
It's just the grace of God. It's just the grace of God.
You think so?
I'm telling
the grace
you.
of God said, when I don't, you have exhausted that grace of God. I don't know. I don't think it's grace of anything anymore. It's like I don't know. Like the grace of God. Well,
it's beyond human comprehension.
Like the blood of Jesus too. You know where people have like exhausted that in contraption.
Now for the Christian forum, like I don't know. Maybe you know Christ Embassy very well in Nigeria. You do.
They had one in Oregon.
Now these are no logic.
What do you call that place, Oregon? Is that not their headquarters?
Now these are no logic. Now this is what they do now. Now, let's say now you got a job now this January now. Your salary, what they will do is that you will not use the salary. You will carry the entire salary, take it to church. It's as they call it offering. First fruit. Good. Now, let's say, for example, now maybe by February or March again, you now get another job again. Maybe something happened. That first salary you collect from that company again, you still not spend it. You take it to the church. It's called first fruit again.
Like people who actually
and that's another way of scam. They still do it up to now. I know somebody that's still doing it up to now. They are still scamming them up to now. There was one time they stole 27 billion naira from Oyo Kilometer's church, and he didn't even complain. Yes, 27 billion naira. He didn't even complain. He said he has leave the fight to go because he's going to see another one. So that's the logic they are doing now. So both the Christians, the Muslims, and everything in Nigeria, everything has just turned upside down. So the only thing, like I used to say, is to what? Is either we go back to regionalism or state should control their resources, or let us break this country. Let everybody go their separate ways in peace without fight. Simple as ABC.
And now, one lot to happen because the reason is that if we break it up, right, people won't have to use other regions as the reasons why. I mean, they won't use them as a cover. They won't have Abuja to run to.
Yes.
For example, somebody will have to kind of like, if you steal money from Lagos, you have to run to Seyi, and from Seyi we will get you. If you steal money from
Exactly.
State, you would have to run to Akure if you want to run anywhere. So, and then from
We'll
Akure will get you. But you can't run to Sokoto or Kano or Kaduna or Abuja in the name of one Nigeria. That's one thing.
No way.
Thank you so much, okay? You
Yeah, thank you very much.
have a wonderful evening, okay, or night.
I don't want to even start mentioning my name again because DSS now they have this jammer that is that they monitoring DSS, they monitor everybody's calls. They can monitor calls and everything. I hear me that's what this terrorist guy wanted to do under Buhari. What's his name? Thank you very much.
Anyway.
Patantami, yes. So why can't, if you can do that to Nigerians, why can't you do that to the terrorists that can easily get their numbers? But it's only some Nigerians that you wanted to do too.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't mention my name again.
The terrorists, according to them, they are not a threat. Now you go talking about the breakup of Nigeria. Now you be threats to them. So the terrorists are just doing business. That's what El Rufai said. El Rufai said the reason why Nigeria will clamp down on people like Nnamdi Kanu or Sunday Igboho is because they want to break up Nigeria. The terrorists don't want to. They are just doing business. He said it. It's on record. You shall stay safe, Baba. All right. Take it easy.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow.
It's another day. You have a good one, okay? Right. Indeed. You see, life itself is it's like a mystery. Just like Nigeria is a mystery as well. Chike Maman, thank you very much for your generosity. You know, like we say in Yoruba, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Okay. Now we have kleptomaniacs, career criminals. I was on the phone to a friend who also lives in the US, by the way. So I was on the phone to him 2 nights ago. Among many things we discussed. So one of them was that why is it that even if you are so selfish, all right, and clueless, why should it become so difficult for people who found themselves in position of power in Nigeria to totally, completely abandon even their own personal constituencies? You see, I am from Odogbolu and Ijebu Igbo. Okay. So if I happen to be very powerful, not very, but if I have kind of any proximity to power, do you understand? If I have any proximity to power and I become selfish, at least I should be able to make my immediate community a little bit better. Like better. Since I'm not going to use my personal money, I'm going to use the public fund. So the reason why we had that chat was that I said, Odogbolu is where I grew up. And that town has produced the former Attorney General of Nigeria, the former Vice President of Nigeria. But if you go to Odogbolu and the surrounding villages or towns, you probably would never believe that that community has produced prominent people in that contraption. If you go to Ikperu, Ikperu is where the current governor of Ogun State, that's where he comes from. But if you go to Ikperu, they don't have roads. And my friend was like, but why? So, I mean, the only explanation I couldn't really give any defense. I said, logically, it doesn't make any sense. Ogun State currently is the second richest state by IGR, which is what they brag about all the time. They make more money from taxing people. However, if you go to the communities, I mean, if you go to the communities that where they are making the money from, go to Agbara, go to Ota, go to some of these outskirts of Lagos, but Ogun State communities, and you'll be so shocked that, oh my God, how are the people living in this area? Then if you now kind of like go to the immediate communities or towns that these guys also come from, these guys drive to their own hometowns. And then you're like, how can you not even tar the roads in your own hometown to make other people jealous? Bewiri Daniel, called Benga Daniel, claims to be from Omu, Eleni in the Jebu, as well as Shagamu. Okay? But there is nothing that will make you think, oh, I'm jealous of Shagamu, or I'm jealous of Omu. Nothing. So my friend felt like, oh, Baba, if you be like, the level to which this guy says seek power in so many evil ways, make them, or they have been warned never to do anything right. I was like, well, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to agree with you. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Baba, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I don't know if you can see who is calling, but according to the last caller, we are all going to keep on the low profile.
Which is
These
great.
people
If you
are
don't want me to say
very,
it, I have the name on the screen, but I'll keep it to myself and just, deal with the messenger. The message,
Why?
not the messenger. Go on, Papa.
Why? In fact, I was enjoying the gist. I'm outside. I was enjoying the gist from the last caller, but you touched the raw nerve. That raw nerve was all those places where they call Iperu, Odogbolu, Ilishon, Shagamu.
So they are like
beautiful
familiar
places
roots for you too, Abi.
Beautiful place. And do you know what makes those places beautiful? Is the people. Is the people. I am not a Yoruba man, but I witnessed what is called hospitality to the core. There are places I'll go and don't dare mess with people from these places I just called now. I no care what they do, I go put my head, enter the fight. I can give you many instances, where those people, they treasure visitors more than they do treasure themselves.
I grew up among people from all over Nigeria, Baba. All over Nigeria.
So you go don't chop your the rice now.
As I should. Because why?
Baba, you don't chop your the rice.
They were speaking Yoruba like me. So there's no point in me trying to kind of,
General, it was when I schooled in Ijebu, and I realized that there's even a Yoruba you speak. You go can't be like saying nah. It doesn't even sound Yoruba.
Like you do rap. I know.
I don't know what dialect that was. But you where they talk, Baba, when I even try. All these places they are not, compared to the East that was totally forgotten and is still totally forgotten. But don't get me wrong. I know where you're coming from. I can understand your point. But I swear to God, they even envy to be Yoruba person at times. Because of some things, Everybody knows the truth now. So anybody not telling themselves the truth, good luck to them. And what I need in my life now is quality people. I don't care where you come from. But the only thing anybody should realize that Nigeria is just, boy, I've given up. I'm telling you.
It's all messed up.
Now, because family times,
what we have now is now our childhood memories. Now we are now wondering where all this hatred, this division, where were they when we were growing up? Because it was almost like they didn't exist.
They didn't exist now. We think
like us growing up in that Nigeria back then, right? We were pretty much not even fed the issue of a civil war, the Biafra war, the hatred that they are now using politics to bring back today.
But you see, that's the mistake.
Never.
That's the mistake they made. Now you said this. You made a point now. You made a point, and let's stick on that point. Do you know if they had continued on that trajectory, it would have been better if it was going good. Or not, okay, what was NYSC all about?
To reconcile
What was
everyone,
NYSC?
probably
Exactly.
But you know, the
But
only
before
missing
you know,
thing in that one, the only missing thing is that, which I kind of feel like whether sooner or later it was going to come to this, is the fact that they wanted to bury what happened during that war. So you get, hoping that nobody would ever have any reason, right, to open it up again. Then Bukwari happened to Nigeria. And now a lot of people are now learning what really happened. A lot of people are now coming out to say all the lies they were told. And disappointingly, right, a lot of people are now saying, man, if there is no genuine closure for the victims of that civil war back then there is nothing called Nigeria, if all of us are being honest. We are just living a lie. All of us are living a lie. So Bukwari came and he actually broke that barrier. Today, people have now, they are now aware of all the hidden truths about what happened.
General, let me end it this way, General, quickly. All along, our brothers in the north thought they knew how to, let me call it, how to take the public, what do you call it, the Commonwealth. They thought they were good at it. So still, anyhow, we won't call some now. They say some been there on that pillow, some was in septic tanks, you know. But Baba, you and I know I'm not being tribalistic here. This is the beauty of what. This is the beauty of what is happening now, and now where they sweet me. The Yorubas have come on board. Their own, not generational, no beyond that pillow own. And to me, that is my consolation. Let the looting continue. Let it continue. Turn by turn. But guess what, bro? This turn where you can't reach. Before you go another turn. Before you go another turn. Not die now.
You get?
You ain't going to no turn, no, my brother, you go take. Not in this our lifetime, bro.
You
I don't
fear right now. I can tell you before you go. Their fear right now be say somehow, Tinubu will be the last president of a united Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, when I know that he's united right now, I mean like president of one Nigeria. Tinubu will be the last person. Because by the time Tinubu is done, we probably will be at the threshold of everybody going their separate ways. By the time he's done.
Again, Baba. You said it all. So that is my consolation. They thought they knew the game until the baddest cowboy came into town. Baba, hate him, love him, kill him. I really support, yes, make it day 9 turn true. 9 turn true.
Or even beyond.
Even more.
Nobody threaten anybody that, you know, as they usually say, Igbo man will never be president. Say, oh, no wahala, no one will be president anymore, sir.
I don't even want to.
Make this guy continue, may tear everybody apart with his
for life,
and all that.
For life, Baba, for life. After you share, continue, fire on.
You get?
Let us go, carry go.
So if that is how everybody will let something, then so be it.
On a nutshell, why would they even waste money for election? People go die, or they go hot money, hardship go day that period. No need. Because they're just gonna write this thing. So it's just who's turn? Okay, David, come. Let's give it to you. All this election, and who is funny? People go vote. Court go give their what do you call it? Their own candidate. The people vote. Court appoint.
Just appoint people. Coronation instead of all this election. We will just do selection and coronation.
Let me judge their appoint. What are we killing ourselves for? You chop small, clear for the next set of people. I am gonna go chop on our own. Or after this one, the next set. That is it now. It wasn't designed. There was never a country, bro.
There's never a country. But some people will say there was never a country, man. It's just that we are all realizing it just now. We are in full North
That is
Korea.
the only good thing this man, MNK, has done.
Yep.
You know, that self-denial, that lies where they tell yourself since, even though you knew it, but you didn't want to believe it. You know, the guy he said it as it was, and before you know it, as you got older and reality starts to hit you, you know, say get one time away from my head, stupid me. I had that impression, say Nigeria, we are so rich that if they share money, now everybody go get 1 million, 1 million. Hey, this country. And when they go share that money.
You know that level, we say, everybody go say, man, maybe who just share the money to all of us in
Share the
$1 million
money.
naira, $1 million, and everybody go be okay and close shop. Anyway, we know better now.
Stupid me.
I know. Thank you so much. It is,
salute.
you know, it is part of our conditioning. And, you know, like you said, as you grow older, reality sets in, and then you realize that, damn it, man, I've been so foolish believing all these things, cha. Damn. Well, it's good to hear from you, man. Okay, thank you so much.
You stay one love. You too.
Same over here. So, yeah, brother, Allah, baby. Say, brother, sisters, thank you very much, brother. God bless you, sir. Thanks for your generosity as well. And same goes to another brother. I'm going to have to say you, brother, you. Thank you so much again for your own generosity as well. God bless you all. All right, I appreciate. And here is another caller. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Okay, let me.
Oh yeah, you are connected now.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Okay. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Well, I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So you're live.
Okay. So, yes, I'm live. So I just wanted to agree with the last caller. I think people do not understand our new president.
You see?
Yeah, I'm not going to call him what you call him.
I mean, out of some regard, there are people who still would like, you know, just to call him president. I kind of love calling him president out of spite.
I know.
Yeah. You can't.
So,
you have to.
I
Go
think
on.
what people don't understand is this guy has been ruling Lagos for 20-something years.
25 years minimum. Like
Yes.
they call him Governor General.
Governor. So he now captured the old Kahuna and they think he's going to leave it.
You get
somebody else.
You get. You know, they said it is reverse psychology for us to believe that he cannot be chased away. I was like, okay, all right. Give it
I don't see anybody chasing him away.
We shall see.
Oh no, I don't see. Except for Sky Daddy, but other than that, I don't see anybody chasing him away.
That I said that a year and a half ago, and this was when he first came in. I said, except Asarailu called him, Steve Nungu, he will hold on to it. It will keep all the supposed institutions that will kind of like you know, challenge him. It will keep them under check. That by the time he is done, it will replicate what he did in Lagos, and a lot of you in Nigeria will now understand why it became impossible for the supposed Lagosians, the true Lagosians, to get rid of him for all these years. Una go learn now, and we are learning right now.
Yeah, they will learn. They will learn. For sure, we know there's no vacancy in 2027.
No.
In 2031, I foresee a situation where there will be no opposition candidate. So all the parties will adopt one candidacy.
The people would have learned their lessons then, Abi.
People would have learned their lessons then. And after 2031, then every other thing is a formality. So that was
like it's like saying that PDP had their chance, they boggled it 16 years. Now these guys are there, they are having their own turn, and it will get that 16 years as well before anything will come back to normal. Do you think things will ever come back to normal in that place? Ever?
No, it's never going to come back to normal.
It's never going to be the same again.
Indirectly, it's probably going to be a good thing because at the end of the day, as you always say, this turn by turn has not been working. So indirectly, maybe it's going to be the disruptor that Nigeria needs. Who knows?
That statement of yours really, really rattles them in the northern Nigeria so badly, because they believe that by the time it is done, there will almost be nothing left to fight for as one Nigeria.
Oh, there will be nothing left.
Like, what is it left? What is left now to fight for? We'll just go regionally or our separate ways. And that scares the shit out of them in the north. No joke.
Someday they have to get back to their own basics. Go back to the farm, do whatever needs to be done, and try to sort themselves out. At the end of the day, nobody wants to carry them along anymore anyways.
Damn it, man. Time shall tell.
Have a good day. Just wanted to support you guys.
Right now, we have another 6 years to go. Is your own summary, yeah?
Oh, no. That's not my summary.
Oh, yeah, now. Tell me, what is your summary? Because, like,
I said there's no vacancy in 2027. There's no vacancy in 2031. There's no vacancy in 20.
We have 2 years left. So that's going to be
another 4 years. There's no vacancy in 2035.
Yeah, so it is so it's going to be like another 10 years.
It's going to be another
2035.
I think a lot of people have always underestimated this man, and I think that's really what it is. And people should have known. You do not underestimate Tinubu. I look at him. When you have watched that movie, The Godfather, or read the story, you will understand who Tinubu is. He is not going anywhere.
You know what somebody said before him? That person said that you see when you study the likes of, for example, the likes of Obasanjo, to Yar'Adua, to Jonathan, to Buhari. These were people who came in with their people, looted, and left. Tinubu will come, right? And then it will turn all institutions. It will replace every person in every institution in Nigeria with his own people. So that when he is gone, he is still there. That's the difference.
He has learned from Lagos.
You get what I mean?
He has learned from Lagos.
You see, he's not there. He's not there anymore, but he's still there. That's the difference.
Oh,
he never leaves.
This one is not going to leave. I don't even think he will replace that thing with anybody. He is not going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless maybe for some reason he's too old or whatever. I don't see him leaving in 2027, 2031. I don't see him leaving. A lot of times, okay, this one of that, and I always say,
right.
A lot of times we keep talking about bats. We don't talk about rats. We say, where does bat come from? Nobody knows. But the question is, where does rat come from? Who knows? Nobody says anything about that. If you know, you can share it with me now.
Well, I think I have an idea. They said his mom, our mom is from Ogun State. I don't know where. But our dad is from Delta State. I also don't know where. But there are people who claim to know. That's all I know.
Okay. So, this is my thing. It is true, they say she's from Isakiri, she's half Isakiri, half Yoruba.
God bless you.
But this is Nigerian, who I don't recollect. You see a senator, an ex-first lady of a state. I have never recollected going to a nephew or a niece graduation, a nephew or a niece marriage ceremony.
Mother or father,
or
anybody related
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That's true. Let's be honest.
I've never
I don't know any member of a family at all.
Going to an uncle or auntie's funeral ceremony or something like a family member doing, and this is Nigeria. Even if she doesn't want to go, your family will claim you by fire by force. Your family will claim you by fire by force. There's no way, my son or child is a nephew and is graduating. I'll say, yeah, that's nephew or niece is graduating because, people will come and support. Yeah, so people don't look at that. So I'm just giving you another angle this evening. We keep looking at that. We don't look at that.
I never thought of it that way, Baba. Never in my life. You are right. we are all curious and questioning who is Tinubu, which is Rats. We have actually not really probed who is Rats, who are our family members, our cousins, like even those that she went to school with. What about our
We
childhood?
don't know them.
We never question.
Exactly. We don't question. We just question the husband. So,
damn it,
see, we didn't enter one chance. We entered two chances.
Hi. We'll leave it that way for now, so that we don't
leave it that way,
right?
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
Thank you so much for bringing it, joining it from that perspective. Now you have kind of sent me on an errand of finding out something. I'm going to try.
That's your point.
Yeah, Eva?
Okay then. Okay.
Thank you so much. You have a very wonderful evening. Okay? Cheers, sir. Well, that's an interesting part. I'm going to. It is true that we've never really probed that, because it's like we never had any reason to. Hey, who are the families of Rats? We hear that she's from Ishekiri, her mother is from Ogun State. But sincerely, she doesn't have any family. Like, she doesn't. There must be her family members. She must have family members. And okay, now I'm going to have a sleepless night trying to figure that out, And hopefully those of you who have the right information will share them with us. Some said that if you know how Lagos works, right? Some said that Tinubu may not even be Nigerian. It's a conspiracy theory that if they have to carry out a DNA, we all know about Iraq-Biji. Yeah, we know about the children home in Ibadan, where Tinubu was allegedly adopted by Abibatu Mogaji, right? But there is no record of him anywhere other than what people said, We don't know anything about his mother, his father, except what Yinka Odumakin told us. Remember? It was Yinka Odumakin that even told us about Iraq-Biji and how Tinubu denied his mother from Iraq-Biji, but we don't really have much. Who are these people? We understand that Tinubu is a Guinean as well, from Guinea. But he said he was an honorary citizenship. Sure you get. So Rat is from Ishekiri. But what about our family in Ishekiri? There must be some family of Rat in Ishekiri. His mother is, our mother, our father, our cousins, our brothers, our sisters, neighbors, or something. I don't know. Hey, wala, here you go. The mystery man is the president. The mystery woman is the vexed lady. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Okay. I am going to see you possibly tomorrow afternoon, where we can continue our reading from where we stopped, the Arrowsmith story. And I hope we can finish the reading possibly this week. If we finish it this week, right, then we can start another book called Blood on the Niger, this one. So we can start this one possibly before the weekend or next week. Quite interesting. It said an untold story of the Nigerian civil war. But that is historical, and you probably should find it interesting to join in us, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And I shall see you again when I see you. Until then, please, as you are leaving the chats this evening, like the broadcast, okay? Like it, share it. And you have a wonderful evening or wonderful night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary na ibi nọ́mbà wọn.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀.
èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.